Hi, my name is Peter Gilmore. I'm the Executive Chef of Quay Restaurant in Sydney. Today I'm going to show you one of my favourite autumn dishes using some great autumn produce. It's a restaurant quality dish that you can cook at home on this wonderful Electrolux equipment. We have a whole lot of beautiful mushrooms which are in season at the moment. We've got oyster mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, Swiss brown and chestnut mushrooms. All of these mushrooms you can buy at your supermarket. We've also got some wonderful hazelnuts, some gorgeous aged gouda cheese, and my favourite autumn ingredient, Jerusalem artichokes. For a long time, chefs have been using combination steam ovens in our professional kitchens. Now you can use steam ovens at home. The Electrolux steam oven has great features. You can use it as a pure steam oven or a combination oven. So we're going to steam the artichokes for 25 minutes. Just pop them on straight onto the rack here. And this is a really gentle way of cooking these, but it should make them nice and soft so we can remove the skin. So while the artichokes are cooking, we can get on with the rest of the recipe. First of all, we're going to make our gouda custard. So we've got 400 mils of milk, which we're just going to bring to the heat. Okay, while that's happening, we'll grate our gouda. If you don't have aged gouda, you could use Reggiano Parmesan. I'm just going to take some eschalot and some garlic and finally slice it. So we're going to take the cheese, the eschalot and the garlic and infuse it into the warm milk. We just want to bring the milk up to simmering point. As soon as it reaches simmering point, we're going to remove it from the heat and we'll allow it to infuse for 30 minutes. We need 1 whole egg and 3 yolks. Okay, we'll just whisk these eggs together. Now I'm just going to pour the infused milk into the eggs, just a little at a time. And we'll just give that a whisk. And this makes our gouda custard. Now we're just going to take a couple of these little dariole moulds and we'll ladle some of this custard mix into the moulds. We'll just cover these little custards in some cling film and then we'll take these little moulds over to the steam oven. These are our steamed Jerusalem artichokes. So I'm going to remove the skins carefully now and then we're going to deep fry them. While they're warm, we just want to grab a spoon and we're just going to scoop the flesh out from the skins, being careful not to damage the skins too much. You can sort of invert them and then peel the flesh out as well. So that's our artichoke skin. We're going to take our Jerusalem artichoke skins, we're going to deep fry these. Now we just want a nice light golden colour, but they need to be crisp. The induction's got this oil up very quickly and it maintains its temperature. And if you want to drop the temperature a little bit, you just come down a degree or two. So I'll bring it down to 6. The thing about these Jerusalem artichokes is they're very earthy. They have a wonderful earthy flavour. So we'll take them out now, they're just about right, and drain them on some paper. It's actually a vegetarian dish and it will make a perfect entree. I'm just going to add some cumin seeds to this pan and we'll just give them a little dry roast. Okay, so we're going to infuse the seeds into the clarified butter just to bring the aroma out and infuse the butter with the cumin flavour. So we'll allow the butter and the seeds to infuse now for a good 10 or 15 minutes. In the meantime, we'll get all the preparation done on the mushrooms. These are the shiitake mushrooms, the large ones. So we'll remove the stem and we're just going to use a sharp knife. I'm going to cut these through. So I'm just going to take off nice fine slivers of the mushrooms. The Swiss brown, I'll just remove the stem. And cut these across the mushroom like this to expose that really lovely pattern. Then we have our chestnut mushrooms. These are beautiful little mushrooms. We're just going to remove the stems completely so that we just have the little caps. The oyster mushrooms, I'm just going to tear those into lovely little strips. Once the mushrooms are all prepared, we're going to strain our butter and we can discard the cumin seeds now. Wow. Steaming is such a beautiful, gentle way to cook. These custards are just perfect. Wobbly and gorgeous. So we'll turn the induction on boost, and we're going to add some of our infused cumin seed butter to the pan. The mushrooms actually absorb quite a lot of the oil and the butter. We'll start with the Swiss brown, pop them down. Next we'll take the sliced shiitake mushrooms. Now I'll add the oyster mushrooms. And finally the chestnut mushrooms. Now we're going to need to add a little bit of salt. Now I just want to drain these mushrooms. Okay, so we're going to plate up now. Let's take our plate. In the centre of the plate, we'll add the custard. Then we'll take some of our mushrooms and we'll place them around the custard. Now we'll take some of our roasted hazelnuts to add some crunch. And finally, we'll take our Jerusalem artichoke chips. Now we'll just give them a coating with a little bit of the cumin infused butter, just to make them golden and gorgeous. Now we're going to just add a little more custard on top. And then a little garnish with a couple of garlic flowers. And that's our beautiful aged gouda custard with mushrooms, Jerusalem artichokes and hazelnuts.